That last segment between Dungeons 3 and 2. Can I not go in? Just because I stepped out onto the doorstep, I can't go back in. That's dumb. Okay, well, whatever. I can just summer my way back to positive reality right here, right? I can only imagine the shock to the ecosystems that these rapid temperature changes must cause. Okay, so that last segment between Dungeons 2 and 3, easily the most bullshitty period of time that's happened here so far. The shield, was I required to have that by the time I came in here? And I should probably equip a goddamn sword if I actually want to fight things. Otherwise I'd just be treating these dudes as an environmental hazard, I guess. So, yeah, most bullshitty thing that's happened in the game so far. 1 mandatory minigames, 2 somewhat annoying talking animal mascots. I still don't hate this game, not yet. But that was just a little more nonsense than I was hoping for. Anyway, this is a dungeon, this is the good stuff, allegedly. And now I am looking very much forward to the potentiality and the possibility of having someone try to kill me repeatedly. Yes. Good defense. Yeah, okay, we already knew that. I only knew that because of prior games. If I hadn't yet, I would have tried the same nonsense I've tried before, and like Link's Awakening. Oh, here are enemies who I cannot immediately kill. Let me try to use every single option in my arsenal, and then some others I haven't even thought of before. But still, I only picked up the shield just because some dude... I don't know what that is. Am I going to be rotating color blocks in here again? Because some dude was selling one, and he was selling one reasonably cheaply, and I thought, well, what the hell. Prices are never going to get better. I'm going to get a rock feather in this dungeon, aren't I? Hope so. I'm sick of not being able to jump. For the odd emphasis on platforming that these games have had. No! No, go away! I'm going to completely lose my shit because I hate you guys. I hate you. You're five-fingered menace. You're like Winona Ryder. Oh, that joke was old. I'm sorry. I wonder if I can still push pots. Let's see. Yep. I haven't told many people this. You know, I actually spoke to Winona Ryder once. Not relevant to the game at hand at all, but yeah. It was at an old job. I spoke to her in the process of supporting cell phones. I actually don't envy whatever directors must have to work with her, because she is flighty. Like, you can't keep her attention on any one thing. What game am I playing again? Ah! See what I did right there? I'm so sorry. If this is supposed to be the Poison Moth Slayer, then I'm going to be looking for the map shape. Oh my. Oh my. Well, glad. I'm going to have to be able to jump over that switch. Yeah, I'm smelling a rock feather coming this dungeon. Not the most surprising thing to think either, honestly. Because of the emphasis that these games have had on platforming, it's actually kind of weird that I've gone this long without my jumping ability, so it was going to happen in the third dungeon almost certainly. I can see what needs to happen here. I need to push these things as far as I can to give myself ample time, while not stepping on the decayed floor, so I don't end up falling down into the abyss of painful, hellish rashes. Yes. I'm sure epidermal lesions is what happened to people who fall down those pits. Oh my god! 2 pots in a row and I managed to hit things. Even considering the now vertical motion of pots that makes these things fly over heads. I could have bombed those bunnies just as well, but that was more stylish. Like a ninja who breaks pottery for a living. A decidedly non-ninja-esque thing to do. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yeah. So, certainly no complaints from me about that not being heavily hinted at. Bombs in the chest, pattern on the floor, let's do it. Should I admit to a professional obligation? Sure, what the hell. I find myself missing the switch hook. It was like a much more enjoyable way to clear through these things. I can see things. Let's take a look. Let's try that again. Yeah. So, it was only mentioned in the last LP, but it was said that there was a glitch this emulator has that when you're trying to switch through the different levels on the map, it can freeze and cause you to just be stuck forever in a terrible loop of pain and sadness. It is true. So, in the last LP, I just ended up having to be careful. I just had to not do anything. I had to not use the map, basically. Or if I did, just use it very sparingly and not change levels. Let's try that again. I guess I'll have to do the same thing here. It's not the worst thing in the world. Somehow I'll survive. I fear a trap. Or, is this going to be pattern matching? This is totally going to be pattern matching, isn't it? Okay, let me stare at this for 10 seconds to commit it to memory. Purple, 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 red, 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 half and half. So it's 3 purples, 3 reds on top and bottom. It's just we have one ding, ding, ding. If I remember this as being the one difference, then I could probably do this all from memory. Oh, wait a second. I have to open up this damn door, don't I? Oh, my. Okay. Oh, I have to copy the pattern on the bottom with the one on the top, don't I? Okay, so I probably already screwed this up, but let's try this. So I've got to get the reds moved over. Let's think thoughtfully. If I do this, and then, well, I can't push the purple one down, otherwise I'm already screwing myself. Think. I know you already know the answer to this, gentle viewer, but please give me a minute. Okay, so this one actually can just go down, and I couldn't push it either way anyway, so I may as well just put it down there. Same true for this one. There's nothing I can do about that. That leaves me with these middle ones. So the question becomes, should I just push down this one to begin with? Trying to plot this out in the future in my brain. Okay, let me just come back as soon as I feel like I have a solution I want to try enacting. I think I might have an idea. Let's try this. Awesome. That's a pretty cool puzzle. I mean, it was very simple in aspect, but you had to take into account all of your limitations on what directions and under what conditions you can push blocks. So, interesting. I'm gonna have to kill these things with bombs, aren't I? Oh, master door up there. Pretty quickly exposed to that. Well, let's throw some stuff, I guess. Maybe I should wait for it to land, because apparently they're invincible while they're flying. And they can't throw bombs through the braziers. They're apparently as tall as the ceilings, and they're still on fire, because that makes sense somehow. Land within a reasonable region, you silly irritant. Wait, do I even need to kill these things? No, the goddamn door is open, fuck. Just because there was these little spacers here, I thought I was gonna have to throw something over them. Making things more complicated than they have to be. Such is a UD trademark. But at least this time I realized it relatively quickly, rather than wasting 20 minutes of screen time going, oh god, it's so difficult because I'm really smart, yeah. That failed. That also failed. This is interesting. Taking a look at these little nubbin sections here, this pretty much certainly is... Oh, fuck. That's going to be something that will allow me to jump from one ledge to another over a gap, which so far in this series, that's not something I've seen. So that's actually a welcome addition, because I was kind of sick of not being able to do what would usually seem like a very reasonable thing, given jumping powers. Before I use a key, let us explore. These are just stairs. Yeah, this is just screaming everywhere I look. There's going to be a jump upgrade in this dungeon. And an exit from up there. Alright. Can't get over there unless I get... Oh. Yes, I can get over there. Yeah, Butch's money. Yes. I'm very, very stoked about getting money. Cash, dollars, rupees, the value of the currency of India. Let's just use it. Oh, whoa. Quicksand. Or is that sand or like conveyor belts? This is a rather interesting combat challenge. A very fast-moving death puck along with guys that move, whose movement is attached to my movement. Interesting. You got the Rock's Feather! Yeah! You're gonna jump and stuff and it's great! Boing! I'm just so happy. I can probably just jump over the death puck now, can't I? It feels good to be able to jump again. As clunky as it is in this engine, like, not having the ability is even worse, because level design is obviously designed around it at every turn, UD said before falling in a manhole, and going exactly where he was supposed to go, apparently. Ah, yes. The horizontal segments. Been long in coming that I'd be able to jump through one of these. Damn bats. Not even that it was hurting me, just that I wanted to kill it, and it distracted me from the real prize, which is going to the right. Yes, apparently this is all Republican propaganda. Oh, fuck shits. Alright. Try it just once more. Waiting for platforms, it's so great. Been waiting for platforms since you were 8. It's true. Played all kinds of platformers. My very long life. Down to start with. Oh, god damn. Goddamn pickled spam. Okay, let's... One more... No, let's just not do this on camera anymore. Attempts are strong. The more attempts you make, the stronger you become. At least that is the hope. Interesting motility navigation issues here. That was a very redundant phrase. Motility navigation. What other kind of navigation is there? Alright. Say words, I guess. Jumping up and down to even... Ooh, am I gonna have... Oh, don't tell me that's what these things are. Bouncy pads? Is that what these things are? Are they like trampolines? Boing! That's exactly what they are. Oh my god, that's even... So, with that kind of three-dimensionalism, the up and down movement, that's not something I would expect. Actually, a weird but not unwelcome change. It's strange, but not bad strange. Can I go over there or no? I guess that's a no. Alright. Down to hell we go. So, I saw another one of these earlier, but it wasn't accessible. Anyway, so I got the compass. There are other areas to explore down here. Let's just get to a new spot off camera, though. How about here? I'm gonna just repeatedly slash until you guys walk into my blade enough to die. What's the name of these segmented worm enemies? I'm sure these things have an official Zelda name that I've never been made aware of, because I don't usually care about words, and perhaps I should. Perhaps this is a deep moral failing. I've already been here, haven't I? I think so. Yeah, yeah, because I came from down there. Oh, okay, so this just lets me bounce around. Okay, let's just look briefly over here, because there might be a thing that I can now do that I couldn't do before. Can't jump over the separator still. But I really want to try that trampoline. It looks fun. Oh, yeah, there's this I can do. Boing. Ah, the thwomps. Not an official thwomp, technically speaking, but come on, that's exactly what it acts like. Rawr! Ha! You think you intimidate me? You can't move upward. You're like holding closed a crocodile's mouth. They can't do anything about it. They don't have muscles that let them open with any force. They only have muscles to let them crush. That's how crocodile wrestlers do their thing. You can't move upward other than your original position, Mr. Thwomps. Okay, what's going on here? Stairs or trampoline? Let's try the fun way first, and then we'll do the boring way. What? Oh! Okay. There's something blocking me up on the ceiling, isn't there? Let's get up here. Ugh. It looks like I'd be jumping my head right into the spacer in the middle of that room. Okay. Ah! Oh, good lord! This looks dangerous. You know, as opposed to the rest of dungeons, which are typically very safe and docile. Can I just jump over these rollers? No, I can't. Boing. This is what I wanted more of in the prior two games. Not only combat challenges, but, you know, movement, navigational challenges, stuff that... Or, I'm sorry, there was an excess of ridiculous puzzles. I mean, puzzles are no bad thing, but everything in moderation. And I wanted more movement. Jack! I wanted more movement challenges. I wanted stuff that had to do with a lot of environmental hazards and using your abilities in conjunction with the way it's... But I've already been here. What was the... oh, wait. But I've not fallen down here, have I? That's not going to get me anywhere new, is it? That's just going to take me down to the room that had the trampoline in it before, so that's not really... Let's try it. Yep. But this is a uniquely colored block, so something's going on here that I don't think I'm getting. Can I push these around? No. No, I'm missing something. Yeah, okay, let me look around. There's something I didn't realize I could do until I played around with it a bit. Let us see. I can push the trampoline. So, let's fiddle with this. I know I was ramming my head right into the spacer between the two halves of that room, so let's see if I can get this to a point where I could actually get up there. This right coddled up under this thing's armpit should be sufficient, I would think. No? Well, what the hell? I can't move it now. Oh, wait. Should I move it? I should probably move it onto this golden tile here, shouldn't I? Okay. Let's do that. And yes, I'm going to make you watch. Here, fun little bit of filler. You know what happens when a Californian goes to Utah? They look at all the trampolines, and they call them Mormon swimming pools. Yes, that is a thing. Okay, hopefully that's right. Oh, it wasn't just about not ramming my head into the spacer. I had to not ram my head into the floor either. So just this pit was the only thing I could do. And I got a key. I don't actually know where to use it, I don't think. Okay, there is... I'm really confused as to why I would go through this whole big thing, this area, and have it be ultimately useless. That doesn't strike me as right. Let me try this again. This little area over here. I can now jump over the switch, in theory. Let's hope that the floor doesn't collapse under me for some other reason. No other reason. Should I try the conveyor belt section up here? Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to be able to jump, aren't I? Okay, Death Puck, go do your thing. Go ahead and try. I don't care. Your ways mean nothing to me. You are not impressive, you are not depressive, you have no S-ivs of any kind. And water it isn't for... Okay. Mid-boss, almost certainly. I'm smelling a mid-boss nearby in the environs. Maybe as soon as I go through that door a little bit lower to the left that's got the key on it, the keyhole. And water it is invincible. So if it carried a picture of the stuff around with it at all times, it would never die. Yep, here we are. In water. So do I pull it out somehow, or can I just slash at its beak while it's poking up? Oh yeah, that's not happening. Is it you gonna come up on your own? Also, why are these 3 different parts of the same body, or is this 3 different bodies? How do I get you up out? I don't have any hook-shotting powers yet. I'd be surprised if this didn't make use of the jump somehow, but that might be reserved for the boss. Bombs, maybe? Or maybe I should lift you. Ah! There we go. Kill the... Oh, no, it's a squid, basically. Why do these games keep asking me to kill squids? I'm not ethically allowed to do that, Degaso. Damn it, I can't kill squids. It's not cool. They're protectors of the sea. And they like to flop around the house all day. It's just, it's not morally the kind of thing that you can do. It's like denying people their civil liberties. It's just not cool. You're denying them their civil squidities. Oh God, I'm terrible. I made a squid pun. Somebody just kill me right now. I'll pay for your plane fare, so you can come to Maryland and just murder me outright. It's all I deserve. Hold still. After all that preaching I gave about not wanting to kill squids, now I really want to kill these 2 remaining squids. The description that the owl gave for you 2 is limited by the Japanese lack of plurals. It is invincible when in water. How about they are invincible when in water? But no! Because if you didn't know the context, you probably couldn't have interpreted that from the original Japanese text, yes. Yes, language is difficult. Ooh, speaking of difficult, this boss battle's getting annoying. Gotta watch where these things bounce. Now, great, give me a fairy. I want to eat a fairy. Nom 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 nom. Mmm, that tastes good. That heals me wholesomely and thoroughly. Let's go up these stairs. Down here, where I have not yet been. Over here, where I have not yet been. And up here, where I have not yet been. Okay, I'll go over here before testing my prior thesis to see if I was correct. Being able to jump over those little tab gaps. And here's another one. Alright, let's try it. Whoops. Ah, yeah. I mean, it's not, like, the most amazing thought process in the world. Anybody with a reasonable brain could have figured that out. But still, I like the fact that I have the power to demonstrate that I do indeed have a reasonable brain. Yes. And before I fall down that manhole over there, I want to look around over here. Places I can return from more easily if needs be. And there's the boss door. Is that all? That is all. Let's, obligate professionally. But I'm thinking I have compass, map, treasure. The only thing I need now is the boss key, the nightmare key. I realize it's really no longer appropriate to call it the nightmare key, is it? Because I'm not on Koholint. This isn't the Windfish's dream. These aren't nightmares. They're just monsters. They're minions of Twin Rova, I guess. If that's even how the villain's name is pronounced. Speaking of which, I don't think he's yet been referenced directly. He, she, it, whatever. I don't recall seeing the name Twin Rova during the opening cinematic of Dean going, "Oh God, I'm a woman in peril. I need a hero to come save me. Oh God." How do I get in there? I know this is just gonna let me out, so that's not what I want. Boring. Nope, can't jump over the whole damn thing. All right. Can I do this? Do this? Do this? This is gonna come down to pushing blocks. I just know it. So let's try to push them all. Aha! Can I jump over this whole death puck? Oh my God, I can! If I'm careful. The timing is more precise. Huh. Make the dungeon a little bit shorter than I had hoped, but whatevs. Let us return to do our holy duty. Boing. Holy duty. That's what God does when he needs to poke a deuce. He drops a holy duty. I'm mature. I'm mature and I say proper adult intellectual things. Okay, let me just get back there. Remember, kids, be like Shaq. Drink your coffee black. Attempt number 1. Oh, I have a flying boss. I've not seen you. Remind me of the moth butterfly death thing that was in the Skull Woods of Link to the Past, I think. Oh, I can see those aren't pits, those are manholes. Please don't start me. This is going to restart a boss fight if I fall down there. Ugh, I remember that took me quite a few attempts, the first boss on Link's Awakening. Ah, fuck yeah, okay, great! Oh, can I just jump right back up? That'd certainly be less annoying, but, I have to change my trajectory. Alright. Doing. Okay. So this is interesting. the need for the jumping ability is not hard enforced by the boss, at least not in a deliberately direct way that I can see. Rather, it's just really beneficial to aid to the combat. That's quite interesting. Alright, let's get back there. Attempt number 2 on what I hope will not become something very annoying. This will probably be the last one on camera until I succeed. Ah, okay, so just, you know, face ramming the boss is probably not the best way to do things. Maybe I should just jump over it while it's doing its circling of the arena like that. Land as many hits as I can with a slash, slash, slash. Sounds like that should be in a fairy tale. Like a Mother Goose nursery rhyme thing. Kill the giant moth with a slash, 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 and a flash, flash, flash. Crash, 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 and a bash, bash, bash. Pick up a heart with a sword. Doing. Was that it? Okay, so, yes, that was kind of interesting, like I said, but at the same time, what's the point to having a really interesting boss pattern if I can beat it just by standing on top of it and spamming the sword button? It's a little too easy, honestly. That's unfortunately been a problem with the dungeons in this game too far. I mean, the dungeon content's pretty interesting. I want the difficulty curve up. Somewhat on the dungeon itself, very sharply on the bosses. Because this is it, we're out of the tutorializing. And what's our essence for today? You got the bright sun, an essence of nature. Young shoots grow quickly under the warm rays of the bright sun. Yeah, until ultraviolet causes mutation of all DNA on the planet and eventually kills us all. Thanks for bringing dark thoughts to mind. Maku Oni-san, I need you to give me wisdom. Actually, I'd prefer you didn't, but that's how this game is built. Thank you, you did. I too feel the bright sun. But the powers of darkness do not weaken. Instead, they grow stronger. Oh, God! They're probably getting the powers of the essences I'm collecting, too. If this ends up being a twist at the end of the game, I'm gonna go like... Ah! How can this be? You did! I dreamt of the waterfall on the mountain north of the sunken city. Perhaps the next essence is... Yeah. There. It would have made sense with my cadence if I had just let the sentence end there. The end. This is gibberish. Yay. Okay, so that's 3 dungeons. Yeah, the dungeons are much smoother, but I'm starting to worry that it might be at the cost of making them too easy. And I do like the trend of stuff being more combat-oriented, more dealing with environmental hazards, more motion, more movement, more getting around obstacles, you know, puzzling in obstacles. That's cool. But I want there to be more teeth. I want there to be more grit. Stuff really needs to start taking on some balls at this point. And it makes me worry that this game is not necessarily... Like, say if you were to take Oracle of Ages, my hope was that you'd take all the bad shit out of Oracle of Ages, put a whole bunch of good stuff in, and that would make Oracle of Seasons. That was my hope. But I'm starting to fear that it's going to be more like, take out all of the bad shit in Oracle of Ages, or maybe 90% of the bad shit, 80% of the bad shit, Oracle of Ages, and then that just by itself is Oracle of Seasons. That's my fear, that we're going to get a smoother experience simply by taking out all the rough spots and not putting new graceful things into place. That would be kind of disappointing if that were so. But it would certainly make an easier to LP property than those prior 2 games were. We'll see. I guess. Alright, that's a video. I'm brain drained. I don't want to do any more today. Thanks for watching as always, dudes. And, before I leave, I think I should say, there's a possibility that I might start going online with some kind of a podcasting project soon. I'm trying to work out the details with a friend. If I do that, it may end up cutting into the LPs. I know so far I've been doing them like twice per weekend. I may end up starting to do 1 video per weekend and balancing it by doing the podcast on the other day of the weekend. That might be something I do. Because LPing is great, but sometimes you gotta break up the monotony. So anyway, that's stuff to come, details to be worked out. It might not even happen for sure. I'll try to make it happen. We'll see. I'll come back. Thanks as always for watching.